Hi everyone, Nadine. I know I've been a little sporadic with the videos. It's been extremely busy with the Alberta Pension Plan and getting all our data, facts, and everything straight, and of course meetings with that. But I thought I would take an opportunity to comment on the countersignal, which is Kean Bexkey and his social media platform. And they've been poring over the documents, classified information today, about the exit of the Miss Key, forgive me if I don't get the name right, who under Trudeau's directive was an attendee at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And of course, they have been looking into her dismissal and what secrets were handed over. And of course, quite interestingly enough, I'm just going to close this little window here. I did make some notes as to what they found. So here he says, despite the Liberals citing the departure as a private personal issue, the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, CSIS, accuses Dr. Cui of a long history of clandestine actions that put Canadians' health and security at risk. So I am very curious here as to what does it mean by a long history, because when you're dealing with something as sensitive as biological warfare and biological weapons, especially considering they're illegal, I would have expected if somebody was made aware of the issue that it would have been dealt with far sooner than 2019. But anyway, actions that put Canada's health and security at risk, along with directly assisting military research in China. I somehow doubt that Canada was not necessarily aware of what was going on in China, as if we're going to send staff, personnel, Canadians over to another country to cooperate with them on research, I would assume that they would know what that research actually is. So alongside of selling deadly pathogens to Chinese authorities at the Wuhan Institute of Virology for just $75, Cui was also found to have a hidden Chinese bank account from CSIS. And then it goes on to say, further to our security assessment, the service assesses that Ms. Cui developed deep cooperative relationships with a variety of People's Republic of China Institute and has intentionally transferred scientific knowledge and materials to China in order to benefit the PRC, so the People's Republic of China, government and herself without regard to the implications of her employer or to Canada's interests. Again, so I want to talk about this for a moment because biological warfare, international armed conflict, it's a war crime. Simple as that. According to the 1925 Geneva Convention Protocol, it is absolutely prohibited and it is a war crime. Several international humanitarian law treaties as well, including, and I will bring in particular, the 1972 Biological Weapons Convention, often referred to as BWC. It bans, and everybody has agreed to this, bans the development, the production, the acquisition, the transfer, stockpiling, and use of biological weapons. But I really want to stress the fact that bans the development, production, acquisition, and transfer, which it seems that Ms. Cui obviously has done, and I am going to question whether or not that was done without the knowledge of the federal government, because I would find that very shocking. So in particular here, the lab in Winnipeg, biological weapons, looks like they were being developed. So either there is a complete and utter failure on the part of the federal government to have been aware of what was going on in their own lab, which is an extreme incompetence. And considering the national security interest to that, I would say that is a huge issue, considering they should have known. And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt there and say should have known. I would argue potentially that they did know. And so with that in mind, I'm just going to leave things there, but wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. If you want to read the full article, I would certainly go to the counter signal, Kean Bexkey, and take a look at that, because if this activity was not illegal, I would say, like, what an absolute utter disgrace and what a failure on the part of the federal government to know, especially when it comes to these types of matters around national security and the protection and the health of Canadians. So that's my rant for the night. Have a great day, everybody, and hopefully it won't be so long before I chat with you.